In 2024, AI companies are burning billions on GPU power that doesn't exist, while millions of gaming PCs sit idle in basements across the globe. The Render Network is bridging this multi-billion-dollar gap by turning home graphics cards into a decentralized supercomputer. But while the market watches the hardware, they are ignoring the specific mechanism hiding in the code that actually makes this shift possible for the entire AI industry. Cup of water, and let us get to it. Ever wonder why the high-end gaming computers sitting in bedrooms across the world are essentially paperweights for 22 hours a day? You have millions of graphics processing units or GPUs burning electricity while idle. Meanwhile, massive AI companies are literally begging for more compute power to train their models. Enter the Render Network. It is a protocol that bridges this gap by creating a marketplace for decentralized GPU power. Instead of buying $5,000 hardware, you rent it from someone else on the network. Let us start with the easy win, how this actually works for the average person. Imagine you are a 3D artist working on a high-fidelity render. A single frame might take your laptop 6 hours to process. You upload your project to the Render Network. The protocol breaks the job into tiny pieces, distributes them to global nodes, and gathers the finished frames. You get your render in minutes, not hours. A friend of mine, a digital designer in Austin, was paying thousands of dollars every month for a cloud rendering subscription. He switched to Render, and his monthly overhead dropped by 60%. The best part is that it is seamless. The network handles the heavy lifting, the payment, and the verification of the work. Now, let us level up to the second point. Why does this matter for the future of artificial intelligence? AI is compute hungry. Training a large language model requires thousands of GPUs running in parallel for weeks at a time. The supply chain for these chips, especially high-end models like the NVIDIA H100, is completely choked. Render is shifting from just a rendering platform to a massive distributed cloud. Think of it like this. If you combine the power of 10,000 consumer-grade cards, you can do exactly what a multi-million-dollar data center does. It is a democratization of power. Big tech doesn't get to gatekeep innovation when the infrastructure is owned by the people. In 2024, the network added support for decentralized training, which allows developers to tap into distributed GPU clusters for machine learning. If you're finding this helpful, hit subscribe. I drop videos like this every week that help you track the pulse of emerging tech. Stick around because the next point is the one that really changes the game. Okay, remember how I said there was a piece of the puzzle that nobody is talking about? It is called the burn and mint equilibrium. This is the magic layer that makes the render token, RNDR, act like a deflationary asset while also providing utility. When an artist pays to render a scene, they aren't just paying a fee that evaporates. The platform takes that fiat or crypto payment and it triggers a smart contract that burns a specific amount of RNDR tokens. Simultaneously, it mints tokens to pay the node operators who provided the hardware power. Think about that. It creates a direct correlation between network usage and supply dynamics. The more people use the network to train AI or create digital art, the more tokens get burned. It is not just hype, it is a fundamental economic model tied to actual demand. This beats the traditional company profit model because every user contributes to the value of the ecosystem. It is surprisingly elegant for something as complex as decentralized computing. Let that sink in for a moment. Most projects just create a token and hope people use it. Render built a machine that burns its own supply as it grows. That is a structural advantage that few other decentralized networks can claim. So, what does this mean for you? It means we are entering an era where individual power is aggregated into a global asset. You don't need to be a billionaire to participate in the biggest computing shift since the cloud itself. You just need a GPU and the willingness to let the network work for you while you sleep. We have covered how it works for users, how it is fueling the AI revolution, and how the tokenomics engine actually works behind the scenes. This isn't just about graphics. It is about building the pipes for the future of digital intelligence. If you got value from this, share it with someone who is obsessed with the future of tech. Subscribe so you do not miss the next deep dive. We are going to look at how decentralized energy grids are starting to pair with networks like this next week. It is going to be big. See you in the next one. The evolution of compute is accelerating. In the past, companies spent millions building proprietary servers, locking their progress behind a paywall of physical hardware. Today, Render proves that the hardware is already here. It is distributed across the globe, sitting under desks, inside gaming consoles, and tucked away in server racks that only run at 10% efficiency. By pooling this power, we are not just saving money, we are accelerating human ingenuity. When an artist can render a masterpiece in seconds or an AI model can finish training in a day, the creative cycle shrinks. That reduction in time creates a feedback loop of innovation. It is not just about the network. It is about what people can build when the cost of computing drops to its natural equilibrium. The days of buying hardware to run a 3-day task are coming to an end. We are moving toward a liquid, instant compute world. Keep your eyes on the decentralization of infrastructure. It is the most boring sounding thing with the most exciting results. And remember, the value is in the network effect. Every new node adds speed. Every new job adds security. Every burn event adds scarcity. That is a three-dimensional growth model that is hard to stop. Now, go look at your own hardware. You might be surprised at what it could be doing for the network right now. Just keep track of the energy costs and the efficiency of your setup. The future is distributed, and it is happening right in front of us. Stay curious. There is always more to learn in this space. From the technical architecture of the nodes to the governance of the community, there is a deep layer of complexity that keeps the network resilient. It is a living system. It learns from every transaction. And as it learns, it grows more efficient. You are watching history unfold in the digital architecture of our time. It is a fascinating era to be alive and to be connected. I will see you in the next analysis.